What's good? This your man Hurricane telling you what it do with a TV show slash comic book review. Where we're about to talk about the legendary and phenomenal Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, great comic book, cool TV show, but I feel the comic book is better. It started off in Peter Parker. And Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man. It was created by Bill Mantlo and Ed Hannigan. So now we're about to get off into the origin story of Cloak and Dagger, starting with Cloak. Tyrone, aka Cloak. He's from poverty. He's from the hood. You know, he had a little speech impediment and whatnot. But the speech impediment got his friend killed by a cop because he couldn't get the words out in time to say that it wasn't his friend. He eventually flees to New York. He runs into Tandy before she becomes Dagger. Thinks about robbing her, but someone beats him to the punch. He stops the robber, gives the purse back to Tammy, and they chill and hang out, and they hit it off. They become real close real fast. So they go off, and someone pulls up on them saying that, we got food, we got shelter, we can help you out. Tyrone goes with them because he feels that, something ain't right. And eventually his suspicions are true because they end up kidnapped by Silvermane. Silvermane is mixing heroin with some other substance and is giving people powers. But a whole bunch of kids died except for Cloak and Dagger. They eventually escape and realize that they had these powers. So now we're about to talk about Cloak's powers. Cloak has the power of darkness. He can turn into intangible. He can become shadows. He can summon creatures from the cloak. He can manifest your fears. He can actually see your fears. You can get teleported any place in the multiverse. You spend time in that cloak, you can eventually go insane for a long period of time. Now his downfall is he needs Dagger's light. If he don't have her light, he will eventually die. So he have to feed off of that light. So now we're about to talk about Dagger. Her name is Tammy. Now Tammy comes from a neglectful home. Like her mother is a supermodel, but she's always neglectful. And she has a lot of abandonment issues. So she eventually flees from her life, goes to New York, runs into Tyrone, and they eventually, the incident. But when she realized her powers, she has the powers of light. She can summon any light object that she thinks about, but she chooses daggers. You know what I'm saying? She can create lights and swords and throw them at any fucking target, and it will hit the target. The only person that can dodge the daggers is Spider-Man. Everybody else get hit. Once you get hit by the dagger, it also drains your life force. It drains your life force. So like you get hit by this dagger, it's draining your life force. Now, it also cures drug addiction because it's a pure light. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she goes long periods of time, maybe like a week or two, without using her powers, she will start discharging and eventually probably explode. So, to discharge fully, she needs to get inside the cloak in order to fully discharge. So at the end of the day, Cloak needs Dagger's light and Dagger needs Cloak's darkness. Because without each other, the world will probably end. Now look. Now they have many origin stories in other books. There's some books where they are foster siblings. Some books where the roles are reversed, where Cloak has light and Dagger has darkness. There's stories where they're friends. There's stories where they're bad guys. But in the universe, we have them working with Doctor Strange. We have them working with the X-Men. We have them working with Nick Fury at S.H.I.E.L.D. And you're also working with Spider-Man. And I'm glad they're bringing them back to light, because like these are characters that really shut down the game. It's like these characters are here to stop drug traffickers, sex traffickers, drug dealers, arms dealers. They're just protecting their hood from the bad guys. And yes, they do get grimy and gritty. It's a battle of the eternal struggle. You know what I'm saying? Vengeance or justice. Because people get murked messing with Cloak-and-Dagger. So, shouts out to Cloak-and-Dagger. You know, I got a podcast named Cloak-and-Dagger. You know, shouts out to my co-host Ocean. And this is the Cloak-and-Dagger origin story. Holla at your mans. I'm out.